Among these drugs, juuling and vaping are some of the most common and the most easily accessible. One of the most overlooked aspects of this issue, however, are the long-term health effects, rather than just the short-term dangers. Drugs are known for being cool, addictive, dangerous, and illegal, which for some young people is appealing. What they often don't know, however, is how drugs can affect their entire future. Legal matters aside, there are lots of health effects that come with overuse of drugs. The National Library of Medicine found that there's enough of a correlation between depression and drug use to suggest a causal association. Many people are not aware of this, which sparks an immediate red flag in that many people use drugs as an escape or distraction. While smoking weed or vaping could provide a temporary fix for their stress or depression, in the long run, it worsens their condition. And one of the biggest causes of the issue of drug overuse is gateway drugs. A 2017 Global Drug Survey ranked recreational drugs from safest to most dangerous based on how many hospital admissions they led to. Among these drugs, cannabis ranked second to last among the 9 popular drugs among it. Meth, cocaine, and alcohol all ranked far above it, despite the fact that many people see it as the same type of danger. This is why weed has been labeled as a gateway drug, because many people experiment with it first, and finding that it isn't as dangerous as they thought, move on to more dangerous drugs, assuming that they'll be the same. But now we see a new gateway drug rising from the ashes, no pun intended, electronic cigarettes. Many teens who are introduced into the world of drugs, usually in public high school, are coerced or peer pressured into vaping, especially now with all the cool brand names like Juul and all the different flavors and looks that comes with it. And after vaping, weed isn't as big of a step. And after weed, well, you know the cycle. It's endless. It's a trap that many young people fall into. And it's not just addiction, it's deterioration. Weed and cigarettes of any kind can have long-term health effects on the body, particularly on the respiratory system. The lungs can be damaged by any drug that is smoked, causing diseases like emphysema, lung cancer, and chronic bronchitis. This is particularly concerning for nicotine, a popular stimulant drug that is often found in vapes or Juuls, which are seen as a safer alternative to smoking. While in some cases this is true, these health concerns still apply just as much, and the ignorance of this fact has and will continue to cause more and more young people to damage their bodies beyond repair. All this information was obtained from the official drugabuse.gov page. The same study found that other drugs had severe concerns of their own, particularly on the cardiovascular system. Stimulants like cocaine and even nicotine in some cases are particularly hard on the heart, causing damage every time they are used. This leads to heart disease and sometimes heart failure, not to mention kidney damage. Many drugs can cause long-term kidney damage, which can lead to kidney failure, which is life-threatening. So how can we fix the issue of drug overuse? Clearly, it causes lots of problems based on all the mental and physical health effects I provided. The first step is to eliminate gateway drugs. We can do this by differentiating each drug based on how dangerous and detrimental they can be to your body. If we keep grouping them together, the cycle will never end. More people will experiment with drugs, and that experimentation will turn into initiation into the world of drugs. Next, we need to educate on the long-term health effects of drugs. Many people are warned about addiction and dangers during use, but they often don't know that drugs can affect you for the rest of your life. You won't be healed after a year or so in rehab. If you start doing drugs, the effects will never stop, even after you stop using them. Lastly, a great way we can stop the vaping and juuling epidemic is by getting people close to us to stop. It can seem daunting to try to get your friends or family to quit. What if they get mad at you? What if they laugh at you? The best way to do this is to educate them. Let them know the long-term health effects and how their respiratory system will never be the same. By doing this, eliminating gateway drugs and changing our focus of education, we can help put a stop to the vaping and juuling epidemic and maybe a stop to drug use altogether. Thank you.